All right, what's going on, everybody? Today we got a fun project. We're gonna head over to my buddy's house, Dan. He's got fox bodies and he's got some work to do. And we're gonna go help him. So gonna head on over there and get started. We got all the essentials. Got our tool bag full of some power tools. Got a 6-pack and got our Tecton socket set. We're ready to roll. All right, so we made it over here, and right out of the gate, we got more fox bodies. Yeah, we got Eric here. He's the new proud owner of this bad boy. What is it, 86? Yep, little 86, 4-cylinder, super straight body. It's got the 10-hole wheels on it. Super clean door panels. Got manual windows. 5-speed. Dash could use some love, but he picked it up for a ridiculous price. Might have to hook him up with a headliner job. He's super excited about it. Just really nice trim. It's got a couple little dings here and there, but for the price, it's insane. Super clean. All right, so today's project, we're gonna be working on Dan's little coupe here. This is also a little 2.3 liter. But today he's already gotten a lot done. We're swapping out the power steering rack for a manual steering rack. He's also got a Maximum Motorsport steering shaft to go in it, so that's gonna be cool. I think he's also got tubular A-arms as well as a bump steer kit. Coil overs are gonna be installed as well, so we're gonna be doing kind of a little suspension overhaul. Similar to what I did on mine, and with 2 people, I think it's gonna go a lot faster. So we're gonna get started here, same thing on this side, and yeah. All right, we've been cruising here. Got the old power steering rack out. It wasn't leaking, so he's gonna keep it. We got the manual steering rack. That's gonna be going in. No power steering lines, no power steering fluid. Manual rack, so that's going in. Getting rid of this rag joint. You got the Maximum, the white box. Very nice. Sweet. Just gonna install some shiny new parts, get these power steering lines out of the way, and then coming up top here, we're gonna be taking this power steering pump off as well. So we're looking good. All right, so we got the Maximum Motorsports steering shaft installed back there. Slid in easy peasy. My brother had just done this conversion on his V8 and was saying that that gave him a heck of a time to get that shaft installed. So glad it wasn't like that for us, but we're gonna keep moving along here. All right, we opening up some boxes here. All right. Nice. And another box. Nice. Okay. Nice. Nice. All right, so we've got the steering rack mounted up here. We've got some UPR tubular control arms, some Prothane sway bar end links, as well as a bump steer kit. Oh yeah, no, this should be a good little thing for this little 4-cylinder. It'll drive like a dream. We've got some ideas how we're gonna figure out this drive belt situation, because this power steering pump is gonna get deleted. And so we're just gonna try and get as much of this put together, and then we can move on to this kind of stuff. All right, so we've been working for the last little bit, stopped and ate a little bit. Yeah, we got the control arms mounted up in here, got the steering rack loosely mounted. We just took a few measurements to try and get the alignment as good as possible here, and I think we nailed it. We got the other side pretty much in the same boat here. That ain't gonna work. But yeah, anyway. So here's a helpful tip when you're doing this. When you go to torque this lower ball joint, don't put the lower strut bolt in, because you need the room to fit your torque wrench back here to torque this ball joint. But yeah, these are working on some of the final torquing before we can really put this thing on the ground. Dan's putting the final torque on these. What do we got, 170 on that thing?
Yeah. What is that one? All right.
Nice. All right, so getting our little baseline alignment done. Go ahead and tap it a little more, yeah. A little more. A little more. That's good. Perfect. Then we'll be good to go once we get it on the rack. Hit green drop, baby.
Green drop power.
Yep, we got the caster maxed out. Camber's gonna be centered. That should get us in a pretty good spot. Otherwise, we're pretty torqued down here. Struts torqued, upper and lower. We'll probably raise the ride height a little bit just to set a baseline. But then we just gotta put the brakes on it with the wheel bearings. Get our bump steer kit kind of dialed in. Otherwise, we're cruising. And just wrenching it down.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Real clean setup on the Reef Blue notch. Sheesh. All right, well, as you can see, it's dark outside. We have been just kind of buttoning things up. We've got the caster camber plates kind of where we want them. They're tightened down. Dan had to run to the parts store to go get some brake pads so we can slap the brakes onto the calipers, and then we can put the dang wheels on. Right now, I am setting the ride height adjustment on the coilovers. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. With this little wrench here, it just hooks around and you spin this, and when you tighten it and raise it up, it tightens this spring and increases the ride height of the car, and that's going to be dialed in right there. Spin this lock ring all the way up, and then we'll lock that into place. We got the rotor on, got some brake pads, really putting the final touches on this.
Oh yeah.
All the creaks and bangs. Just oh, nice. Oh, we can come down a bit, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
I'm cracking up. That's a gap, bro.
What's
You
the
can
gap?
fit some 22s under there.
The back of the shoe.
Yeah, here's the boxes we cleared. Parts on parts on parts on parts on parts. All right, so I had gotten back to the house really late that night, and so I forgot to film an outro to the video. We're back here without any facial hair. Probably the last time I'm gonna do this for a while. But ultimately, we finished up installing all of those suspension components on Dan's Reef Blue Coupe. We got caster camber plates, coilovers, control arms, ball joints, bump steer kit, manual steering rack. We got the solid steering shaft from Maximum Motorsports. Really should improve the handling on that car. We just got to make it back over to his house to help him finish up the rear end. But yeah, no, having a lot of fun making these videos, and we expect to keep it rolling. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay ripping.